Hit a lot of wands over here. But swords. These are just a little more balanced than I thought. Alright, cool. So Knight of Pentacles over here. Rides a heavy workhorse. So a man of upright nature who accepts responsibility. He is laborious and patient. This card can also mean utility, serviceableness, trustworthiness, or the coming or going of an important matter connected with money. Dude. Yeah, so that's like this is sort of like represents like the general atmosphere that surrounds the question.
That's exactly, that was totally the question, bro. Because that's my concerns is like, is this gonna? Anyway, is this gonna be vacation or a staycation?
Yeah. So like, this helps you figure out some like all the answers are like in your head.
Yep, I know.
We're just trying to figure out a way to get at them. And let's see.
It's about the cards like freaking like reaching out to my energy, like reading it and stuff.
And then let's see, where is that?
Like that's what I was telling you before. Like my ex didn't like get my cards read for me while I wasn't in town, but she asked them about me, so she was pretty much like, "I got your cards read," but I was like, "No." And then I asked my friend Brad and Amanda, and they were like, "Your energy goes out in the universe no matter what." But
yeah. Like, and again, going back to Jungian philosophy, like the idea of like the collective unconscious and shit like that, which is why there's so many like why these images persist. And why numerology exists, 12s, 5s, that sort of shit.
Somebody said, they sent me a message, this girl Miranda, she has the same birthday as me, and she said that our birthday, 4/18, has something to do, like...
1 and 8 is the...
It's supposed to be something with the,
It's the...
Not Illuminati, but like more like...
No, it's not the Illuminati. Well, like, 9 is like the most divine number, because it's the... Trinity of Trinities, like 3, 3, and 3. And then 9 is
1 and 8. Okay, 9.
1 and 8 makes a 9, and it's also like the symbol for man or something. I mean, they talked about it a little bit here. Death.
Yeah!
This card is a suggestion to change old concepts for new, to change rigid intellectual patterns. Petty prejudices, ambitions, and opinions gradually die. The change from the personal to the universal view is so radical that mystics often compare it to death. So, like, yeah, when you have that big, like quitting alcohol or something, or, God, when I had that acid trip and I stopped having the obsession over drinking all the time, like, that was, like, becoming a different person. And it was painful going through that. Like, that process, that trip, it was, like, frightening at times. But,
yeah, my last extra trip was over here, and they left to go freaking gamble with the other person who was tripping, and I was like totally just like in deep thought and was just like answering all these questions I had like out of nowhere. I was like, yes, okay, this all makes sense now.
The reason I've been taking so many mushrooms recently, I need to like hold a friend. I bought a bag for someone.
Yeah, you told me.
Their money. I totally ate them. And I need to wait for the new, because I thought the guy had more, but I need to wait for them to grow.
Oh man,
I will pay for a new bag for him, but now I just
it sucks that the people who like we're not cool with anymore, like the guy was totally growing and he had the best rooms ever did. They were called like Penis Envy, but he also had golden caps and it was just mixed up, so you didn't know what you were taking. But dude, I literally had like the craziest acid visual and mushroom that was the craziest shit. I could close my eyes and I was in this other world where I could look around in it, but it would be like kaleidoscope, kind of like, you know, I think of everything as math, so like I would be in this universe where I would see like I'd see my friend Amanda, but then I would also be like, it would be like music notes on top of like pentagrams and shit, and it would just be like multiplying like a kaleidoscope and shit.
You would have liked my friend Rick Wade. He was a postdoc at the University of Utah from Manchester, I believe, and his field of study was algebraic topography. So I'm
obsessed with math. I think the whole world is math.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So basically what his field of mathematics was, he had to take abstract algebraic equations, which have variables and unknowns in them, and find ways to represent them, like, visually with shapes. Like, he was So I called
Sounds like a DMT trip, dude.
I basically called it mapping metaphysical landscapes, which is what I do with poetry, and that's where I found my connection. Yeah, death is the twin brother of life. Creation necessitates its opposite, destruction. As spirit descends into matter, so it must return to its source. Death is half of the universal transforming principle, but spirit is immortal. Thus, humanity can never die, for the destroyer has become the creator. So basically, transformation, change, destruction, followed by renewal. The change may be in consciousness, birth of new ideas, new opportunities. Now, this is like your opposing force. So, let me read a little bit more. Yeah, what the opposing forces may be for good or evil. So that could mean like maybe people. That could even mean like maybe there are people around you who are reticent to this change.
Oh shit! What did I knock over, bro?
Oh no, that's cool.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, there's nothing like really super spillable over here. But like maybe there's forces in your life that like don't want you to leave, or maybe deep down even you could be your own worst enemy, and you could be like bailing just because it's the path of least resistance or something, and maybe like your heart of hearts you don't want to do. I don't know. Like that's up to you.
I already had someone be like, "Go to St. Louis, don't leave." But I was like, "But I mean, I've been for 10 years now. Like 10 years ago, I was like, I want to go, and all my friends went without me." And then I got offered to my friends like come out here, and he's been out there for a while. So I'm like, dude,
like if you go out, would you be able to come back when you wanted?
Oh yeah, I
Well,
mean,
then
it's either I'm gonna get on my feet and come back, or it's gonna be like I get on my feet there and I'm there. Like I'm hoping that's what I'm hoping for is like that's gonna be my new home because like Cali was cool,
Yeah.
but Hawaii sounds better. I just looked it up though, and I guess the minimum wage isn't more there. The minimum wage is actually less than California right now, and I'm like, that's bullshit. Like
Because the cost of living is way
because
higher.
if living's higher, wage should be higher. But also, the kind of fields that I would work in, like either cooking or warehouse, like I'd get paid more anyway than minimum wage if I get like a legit cook job instead of being a dishwasher.
Oh, cool. So let's see, we got 5 of Pentacles, and this is in your beneath him. So this is the basis of the matter, something that has already become part of the subject's experience. So this is a past experience. It's potentially way in the past, but this is sort of like maybe something that motivated you or that led to where you're at right now. And so for the 5 of Pentacles, a destitute man and woman pass under a lighted window. That's the Rider White deck description. Unemployment, destitution, loss of home, loneliness, lovers unable to find a meeting place, affinities discovered through similar troubles, dark night of the soul.
Yeah, it sounds like my whole past life, or my whole life so far. Like,
But reversed, money regained after severe toil, new employment, but this may not be permanent. Charity, a new interest in spiritual matters. Yeah.
oh yeah, I'm trying to go on like a little fucking like cleansing, like a little spiritual journey.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, that fucking journey quest for you. So let's see. The
Fucking A, dude.
Star. And this is in your behind him. So this shows the influence that is just barely passing. So something that led you here or that's influenced this decision that is like in you, but it's still in your rearview mirror. And the star's actually like a good card. You don't want it upside down though.
Yeah.
It's not, so that's fine. But
Why? What's upside down, death?
well, the divinatory meaning, so writes it up. Insight, inspiration, hope, unselfish aid, good health, the gifts of the spirit, great love will be given and received, but reversed it would be like pessimism, doubt, stubbornness, lack of perception, chance of physical or mental illness.
I heard there's like a lot of stuff to do with healthfully going out there and too. Like I want to grow my own food and shit, and like the soil's good. Like.
And then let's see what we got on. So for this crowns him. This is like a potential, a something that may happen in the future. So this is like a potential outcome, and that's 7 of Swords. That's writes it up. A plan that may fail, an unwise attempt to make away with what is not yours, unstable effort, arguments over plans, spying on another, partial success. Yeah, a man is seen in the act of stealing away, carrying 5 swords from the military camp in the background. 2 swords are still left impaled in the ground. So that's what it means, like partial success. And if that's in the future, like that could indicate something like maybe you'll be partially successful, and then your big crossroads will be like recognizing what the best course of action is at that point. Like, do you,
You think that would be like with anything, not just job, but like relationship wise and shit like that too?
I mean, it's whatever you draw significance with here, like with you, like whatever connections you're forming.
I mean, that's what I'm connecting with, like the whole trip, because they're kind of like, didn't go as planned, but
Yeah.
I see what's better is probably get some time by myself.
So this is before him. Things that will come to pass in the near future, e.g., a meeting and offering a person an influence. And then you have the Ace of Swords. A two-edged sword is held by a hand that emerges from the clouds. Its point is encircled by a crown of victory, an olive branch, mercy, and a palm branch, severity hangs from it. Conquest, triumph of power, great activity, the power to love strongly or to hate. Possible birth of a child, try to avoid that. Yeah. Who will be of heroic temperament, championship.
Sick.
Yeah, so if that's your immediate future, like just meeting someone, I mean, that's not like total win, but like that means like initially whatever you do in the near future, whether that's staying here or what have you, it sounds like that's going to be whatever you're struggling to do. You're gonna
Hopefully I'll
there's gonna be a
adopt
lot
a
of
kid.
activity, definitely.
Yeah.
So, like, but power to love strongly or to hate, like this could result in like
Yeah.
loathing as well. Moderation is not in that card.
Oh, great.
Yeah. And then we've got so cool. So that's sort of like the forecast and where
It's kind of yin yangy, but
Yeah.
so far it's not like the horrible.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Alright, so then we've got what are you fearing? Ace of Wands. Well, you got a couple aces in here too.
Oh, I have a few things.
Earlier.
Shit. I mean, I'm not really like scared of like dying, but it's more like.
Well,
No, I'm super afraid of the ocean, and I'm going to go live by the ocean, dude.
This is fucking interesting. Beginning of an enterprise, invention, or the beginning of a family. Perhaps
that's upside
the beginning
down?
of a journey and adventure. And it is reversed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Canceling of new enterprise, a journey deferred,
no.
clouded joy, false start. So that's a fear you're having.
Oh man.
False starts, clouded joy. So like, whatever it's like I would interpret that as like you're afraid of being stuck in a holding pattern more than anything else. Like you,
I don't want this
good
to keep
or
looping,
bad, you
because
need
it
some
always
fucking change.
It always happens. Yeah, it always happens where it's like nothing changes, and then I get stuck with the same bullshit. Like it just happened again, and this time it was faster than others. Like shit was supposed to like, oh, it's all gonna work out. Just come back home, and then like, yeah, that went downhill again.
Page of Wands, reverse 2. So this is a family opinion. Cruel, unstable, domineering. If you are a woman, he may break your heart. Announcing bad news. So that's your family's attitude towards this. So it sounds like they're gonna have a pessimistic attitude towards this, no matter what you do. Whether that's leaving on this trip or staying here. The Chariot. That's a really good one. So that's your hopes. And you actually connected with that cat already.
Yes.
A little bit too. That was a.
Hell yeah! Look, it's Margot. It's your cat. It's your cat, sis. What do you call it? It's
It's a sphinx.
It's a sphinx.
Which, funny enough, you ask the sphinx asks you riddles before you can pass, and if you answer the riddle incorrectly, it eats you. Not kidding.
Oh shit.
Mythologically speaking.
Right.
Yeah. Where the fuck is... Oh, there it is. This is actually the end of the first... There's like 3 keys in the Major Arcana. Like, basically like mini 7-card journeys. And this is the end of that one. It sort of marks like the ultimate end of the Fool's journey. He starts out with nothing, knowing nothing, and at the end he like rules everything, and I don't know, it has a lot of stuff. But triumph, success, control over the forces of nature. Thus triumph over ill health, as well as many difficulties or enemies of any sort, including one's own lower animal passions. This is a card of those who achieve greatness. It may also indicate travel and comfort. Mental and physical powers should lead to fulfillment. So sort of like trusting your body, you're hoping to like...
I was on a huge thing with the whole like, not just like cleansing, but like, you know what I mean? Like, like I want to go there because like if it's gonna be more to live, I'm gonna go past or like vegetarian for a minute and like grow my own food
mindfulness
and, like,
too. It's,
and be able to use my mind to like, because I know that I can heal myself. So like I kind of wanted to focus on that and like kind of like, I don't know, learn some new stuff. You know what I mean? Like as far as like, I don't know, something cool.
I like the cups because I associate with that because it's water and it's also poetry, art, and shit like that.
Dude, that's water.
But it's right side up.
Water.
This actually could. So this man is skilled in both law and trade. He may be connected with either a church or a worldly institution. He is kind and considerate and willing to take responsibility. If such a man is not indicated, then look for traits of liberality, generosity, consideration, creative intelligence, and interest in arts and religion. That's the ultimate outcome of this. So that could be like, regardless of whether or not you find like material, like security out of this, it sounds like you will at least, good or bad, stay or come back. You're gonna like get to a place of like creative and spiritual.
Okay, so my
like
this guy who I'm gonna go hang out with, I was in a band and shit went sour with some of the band members, but he actually tried out as we wanted him to sing because we were playing guitar and singing, and I was playing bass and singing like other people's lyrics, and we were like, this guy's a really good singer, and he writes his own music and plays guitar, so he could come play guitar and sing, or like he could play guitar on one of the songs we sing, and we can take turns now,
Yeah.
But then the band went to shit. But he's really creative. He always has like a recording studio in his fucking living room, and I play and he plays guitar and I play bass, so we're gonna be vibing off music. But on top of it, the whole like either way, like stay or go, or like it's just there until I leave to get on my feet and leave, or if I get on my feet and stay there. I've been on this whole like, well, either way. There's a reason why I was supposed to go there. Like, even though he's like, hey, just come out here, like, we get your shit together, you'd be cool. Like, when I was in LA, like, I was like, dude, I don't know why I'm here. I got ghosted by this bitch. Like, I lost everything.
LA is not a place to have an existential crisis. It's a place to be when you're successful.
And exactly, but then I found out that, like, I made some friends there, and I was like, oh, well, I was supposed to make these friends, but also, like, they had a friend who passed away, and it was their best friend, and then now I became best friends with this dude, and it was like they needed a best friend, and we became like total, like I quit drinking for years, and then once I started drinking, I don't really drink except for special occasions. We were drinking constantly. Like, I've got a drinking buddy again, and like fucking love this dude Steve-O and all of his whole crew out there. They're fucking badass, dude. They were like the Offbeats. They were fucking cool ass dudes to hang out with. And like then I realized right then and there, I was like, oh, I had a purpose to come here, and like that's what I feel like this whole thing is to go there for. Whether it's like healing wise, I need this shit because I just went through a bunch of shit, or like fucking mentally, or just to fucking get on my like arts and music bullshit.
Out of curiosity, does this guy have light brown hair and hazel eyes?
He has dark brown hair because he's black. He's got dreads, but I think his eyes are. I don't know. I have to look. He just posted a picture. I feel like his eyes are lighter than mine.
Like that's one of the court cards. Like I picked the Page of Swords for you. Like there's physical attributes that determine that, so it could indicate him also.
He's got a really good energy about him. Like, dude, I love this dude Chase. Like his I guess his like his not stage name, but like whatever. Like his name for like his music stuff. He's like Chase Freedom. And I'm like, that's fucking awesome. But his real name's Chase,
it's like Scott Free.
His real name's Chase.
That's my brother's name, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know, dude. He's got such a good fucking energy. Like, what happened was somebody randomly as fuck, I can't remember who it was, but somebody in the music scene out here that I knew was like, hey, dude, you should hit up my friend Chase. And we ended up going to a show one night. I got a car, went to a show, and he knew a bunch of the same people that I went to shows with. They all knew him and shit. But, like, fucking, they were like, he's, like, I can't even remember who told me. Somebody was just like, hey, dude, my homie plays reggae music, and you're really good reggae bass player, and, like, you should jam with him. He needs someone to jam with him. And, like right off the bat, like, I started being able to play the songs he was showing me, like, really quick and figuring out bass lines to it. But, like, I just loved, like, what his lyrics were about. And, like, how he's like me, like, he can just, like, pick it up.
With someone.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I know it'll be cool to hang out with him, because it's going to be, like, I can be myself, but, like, it's going to be, like, good energy, vibing off each other's shit, and, like, not having to deal with the negative bullshit I've been dealing with out here.
Yeah.
Like,
so it seems like this will, again, whether or not you come back or whether you stay there, like, it's going to be a beneficial trip no matter what. You might not get everything you hoped for, but, like, you're gonna come out of this way better than when you entered it.
Where do you get a yellow? Where do you get a yellow banana yellow?
I asked for that one specifically today.
That one's awesome. It's almost like highlighter.
Yeah.
Yellow.
Makes
Tight.
it easy to find because I have so much black furniture of my own too.
So wait, this is supposed to be like either way. It's supposed to be a good thing.
Yeah, like especially with like the suit for like cups, like it's associated with water. Like there's the 4 elements that make up the existence, they think, and it's associated with water, creativity, the arts, that sort of stuff.
And just like water in general, like that's like a good thing for like health. Like not that the card means that, but like water is
Like
water to me is like that's the answer. Like besides math,
water is cleansing. You mentioned wanting. To
that's part of like a
so,
healing
like,
thing too. Like
Yeah, that's the. You can take a image of that if you need to review it.
I'm gonna take a picture of the words in it too, though. That way. Boom, son. Cool.
If you ever have like specific questions about like